It's been a huge year for furries and their little animated sequels of movies, and they've been both pretty damn good. Waiting 10 years for the sequel for Zootopia. It's finally out, and I didn't believe the hype. I really did not. I've been waiting, what, 4 days to watch this now? It came out early this Thanksgiving week. I was on vacation, so I got kind of boned, and I wasn't able to see it early, but I did get to see it in IMAX, which is pretty neat because my theater decided to put good seats in. But besides that, it's been a really good year for these animal animated movies. I mean, I don't know. Well, we had the Looney Tunes movie, we had Zootopia 2 now, and we had Bad Guys 2 earlier this year as well, which I really, really loved. And Zootopia, I think, takes the cake out of all of them, which I never thought I'd be saying. As much as I do like the original Zootopia and thought it was just a pretty good Disney film, I didn't expect the second one to be any better. The first one was pretty funny. It looked really good. All the actors, the gags, the bits they do throughout the movie work really well. And I didn't expect the sequel to hold it up any better. Also, the Zootopia 1 villain isn't that bad either. And, usually for these animated sequels, it's usually not going to be that good. But thankfully, with the addition of Jared Bush to the directors, alongside Byron Howard, who he worked on Encanto with each other, I was, there was some hope for me. If you don't know Jared Bush, he was, like I mentioned earlier, he directed Encanto with Byron Howard, and he was one of the writers for the Moana movies, and those are obviously amazing. So I had some high hopes here, and they killed it. They really do kill it as a duo. I mean, they're 2 for 2 as a duo. I'm not really surprised getting rid of the guy that, was a writer and I think director for the Wreck It Ralph series, made this movie way better than the first one. The jokes land each and every time. Usually for these animated movies nowadays, there's usually some serious stuff going on or some action, and then a gag happens or a joke happens, and it usually kills like the entire vibe of it. But Zootopia 2 nails it every single time. Every time they're in an action sequence and there's a joke, it just comes and goes. The joke's funny. We're back to the action sequence. Um, there's the parts where Judy and Nick are climbing up the mountain, and they're bickering with each other, and there's some jokes thrown here and there, and then there's the serious sequence where they have that weird heartfelt moment where maybe they're not really meant for each other in a partner sense, not a relation. I don't know the relationship actually. This movie didn't make it any easier. Um, I think they like each other in a romantic way. I don't I don't know. Disney's not really making it clear. I mean, they're like implying that they want to be with each other romantically, but also they're every time they talk about it, it just seems like they're doing it for work. I don't know. Anyway, uh, I think all the joke bits landed. There's a "What does the fox say" joke, which I can't believe it actually landed. Like it actually worked really, really well. It's in the background of one of the earlier scenes in the movie, where Nick is just walking through the police station. Someone says, "What does a fox say?" Works perfectly. You barely hear it, and it's actually really damn funny, despite the joke being as old as the original Zootopia movie. Actually, even older than the original Zootopia movie, and it works perfectly. Um, the animation in this movie looks absolutely amazing. I did not expect it to look at this good. Every single fucking action sequence looks great in this movie. Even some of the little things, like where Nick Wilde throws a soda can through the wall and it lands on one of the guy Paul's desk, and it rattles up and explodes. It just looks so gorgeous and real. It's unbelievable. I'm really surprised how well Zootopia 2 looks, and after rewatching Zootopia 1 a week ago, I want to say, it looks a lot better. And I know it's a decade past since the first one's come out, but I didn't expect a huge animation and art quality growth in this movie, and I think they really nailed it there. I'm happy this movie looks good. I think visually animation movies have been looking really damn good this year. We had Neja 2, the Looney Tunes movie, which I mentioned earlier, Bad Guys 2, which, while it does look a bit like Bad Guys 1, improved massively. And I think Zootopia 2 follows suit with Bad Guys. I'm so happy. I think the relationships in this movie and the new characters that they added actually work pretty damn well. For example, the snake you see behind me, I thought he was going to be super annoying. He was awesome. Of course, he's played by Jesus Christ, Kei Kwan, who of course was from the Indiana Jones movies, and from this year, Electric State and Love Hurts, which I did not like either of them too much. I'm happy he has a movie this year that was actually good. He killed it as the snake. He was funny. He was charming. He was cute. Every time he's on screen, you just have a huge smile on his face. His character is just adorable. And of course, Kwan's voice just helps so much more with that. You have Shakira as the gazelle, who doesn't have a role at all in this movie besides being like a performer at a concert, but man, she's kind of that gazelle's kind of hot. But besides that, that new Zoo song that they have and they play during the credits, absolutely unbelievable. And let me get there really quick. The score and soundtrack in this movie is unreal. The Shakira songs are all great. The score is just absolutely lovely and lively. Something about Zootopia itself is that it's such a lively universe. There's an animal in every single frame of the movie. Like even during the mountain scene where they're in the middle of nowhere, yeah, these two goats just climbing there, and the score follows with that. I mean, every single scene has a different, unique sound, and I love it. It makes the whole world feel different in every single different scene they're in. It's amazing. I really love the score in this movie. It's it's really unbelievable. I don't think I know it's a Disney movie, but I think this is one of the best animated scores this year. It's or maybe even one of the best scores I've heard. Period. This year. It's truly unreal how great it is. The villain, it's okay. Um, Villains are okay. The Lynxes, they're just okay. The twist was kind of predictable, but they had me following it for a bit. I didn't think Paw Bert was gonna be a twist villain until the point where they go, this time around there was a twist villain, and he's like, oh well, it's me, and then he stabs them. I thought that was actually pretty funny, and there was a point where I was like, maybe he's not a twist villain, and maybe it's the beaver. But no, Paubert was a twist villain, and he worked pretty well. He has some pretty creepy scenes. I love the entire interior wall sequence where he's chasing everyone and poisoning them. It's so creepy. The score for that's amazing, by the way. He looks great. I wish they did more of those dark shots where it was just him standing in the shadows and his eyes illuminating and he just looks like a feral beast. I wish they did more of that with him, especially during that sequence, but man, it works really well. And he's actually a pretty good twist villain. I didn't mind him too much. But the other Lynxes I didn't really care for. I think it was way cooler that they had the city in their hands, kind of like a mafia, and they had the police on their side. They had all the news coverage, the mayor, the horse who's hilarious. Oh, I remember now, Patrick Warburton. Yes, he is great in every single movie he's in, and he's a Disney legend. And in every Disney movie he's in, he's pretty damn good. So I'm happy he was great in this as the mayor. Yeah, the whole mafia thing worked pretty well. Of course, this isn't really tied to the main villains, but I love that they keep doing the Godfather bit. It works really well. It's funny. I love the thing with his granddaughter and kissing the ring. That whole bit was funny. Um, Man, this movie's just such a good time. I don't even think I mentioned my score yet. I'll put it in earlier than now, but I am giving Zootopia 2. Oh man, I want to give it an 8.5, but I really enjoyed it. I don't think there was a moment I was really like out of it in this movie. I'm gonna have to give Zootopia 2 a 9 out of 10. I think it's just way, way, way too good. It's such an amazing animation movie from Disney, and with Moana 2, I can't remember if they came out this year or last year. I was kind of scared with the direction Disney was going with these sequels. I think Zootopia 2 killed it. It's really unbelievable. I can't wait to see the third one. I just hope I don't have to wait another third year. Sorry, third year. I really hope I'm say wait another 10 years for it because the end credit scene made me a little bit excited, and I'm not waiting another 10 years for a Zootopia sequel, especially since you hooked me so hard on the second one. Man, I am ready. This is gonna this is an amazing little franchise they're setting up. Even though I'm a huge hater of Disney trying so hard to get sequels after sequels after sequels instead of making a lot of originals, Zootopia 2 is just way too good, and I had such a good time. If you haven't seen Zootopia 2, don't wait till it's on Disney Plus. It's a really good movie in theaters. The whole family vibe of it. I mean, Thanksgiving week was a perfect week to release this in theaters. Everyone with their families in the theater. It was great. It was amazing. Go see this in theaters. It's only an hour 45, I think. The song, score, voice acting, new characters, old characters, everything's amazing in this movie. You need to check it out.